We only see FJ40s like this once in a blue moon anymore. It's entirely original. It's 100% original paint finishes. The hood hooks, the bumpers, the rims, the emblems. I mean, nothing has been touched on this truck. It's really pretty stellar, sort of a time capsule sense. We originally became aware of it back in 2007 when a customer of ours who has multiple cruisers that we've prepped for him brought it in. He scored it from the second owner, and as you can tell by the blue and yellow license plates, it's been registered in California continuously since it was brand new. So back in '07, when the client brought it in, we did one of our stage 1 inspections and then the full stage 1 comprehensive service. It included tons of stuff, but the highlights of it were using all OEM Toyota parts or better. We overhauled the front axle entirely with new Burfield seals, rotors, seals, pads, spindles, bearings, the whole 9 yards. We went through the rear axle and replaced the brake shoes, the drums, and wheel cylinders with all OEM parts. We rebuilt the steering system with all new arms and ends, upgraded the steering stabilizer to the Old Man EMU. It also has the full Old Man EMU suspension system, so that's about a 2-inch lift over stock, which allows us to fit these tires really cleanly. And it's greasable shackles and pins, poly bushings, new leaves, new shocks. It's a really well-designed system. Great ride. We put in a center console that's locking, that's non-invasive, and it hides an Alpine CD stereo with a iPod link. There's 2 speakers built into the front into custom aluminum enclosures, so again, no cutting on the vehicle for that. You'll notice in the dash it still even has the original Toyota AM radio, which is kind of cool. So more service work we did at that time. We did a new exhaust system, we did a new battery, we did battery cables and lugs. We replaced pretty much all of the hoses in the systems, thermostat, gaskets, coolant, pressure tested and cleaned the radiator. We replaced all the OEM vacuum lines with silicone, they last a lot longer, and a couple of the switching valves. We rebalanced the rear drive shaft, we did a fuel pump and filter, blah, blah, blah. It was basically about $15,000 worth of stage 1 service, and ever since then the truck's been serving the client really well. There are a couple things I would recommend doing. You'll see that headliner is a bit saggy. It served its time, it's done. Same with the dash pad, it's pretty dry and cracked, as are the weather strippings on the 4 doors. So you could totally run it like it is and do nothing, but I might be inclined to recommend new upholstery because the driver's seat has been redone, but the passenger seat and rear seats are still original and becoming a little threadbare. They're still working. And as you can see here, the dash has several cracks on it. So totally up to you. You could run it just like it is or have us go through some of these cosmetics and get rid of some of the rattles and update the weather stripping and some fine details on it. But as it is, a couple rattles, but runs and drives wonderful, passes smog cleanly, and I think it's a really nice truck. It'll serve someone really well.